Hi, Leo Rising. My name is Gawd. You're watching Gawd Cafe. So today's reading is going to be for the month of May. We're going to do an oracle reading. I will start off with my animal spirit deck. I like using oracle because I like to read with nature. I'm big on symbolism, being that there is not much influence other than my own perception on it. Sometimes I don't like to we're just gonna get into this reading, Leo Rising. You already know how this show gotta go on. I was about to start a different type of video. Okay. Leo Rising. Okay, so right now, this Aries North Node is in your 9th house, the house of belief system. So right now, there's a change in your belief system occurring. You are finally feeling like you can let go and let loose and give the world the performance that they've been waiting for. Okay, Uni, give me some sort of cards that support this reading. Okay, so Leo Rising. What does Leo Rising need to know now? What do they have to embrace? Right now, you guys have to embrace who you are. You guys been doing the work. It's time to play. It's time to finally play. Everyone thinks you guys are always ready to playing, but you guys been working so that you can play. I know how this goes. I know how this goes, Leo Rising. Maybe I'm a Leo Rising too, so I get it. All right, Uni, come on. Like, I'm about to put this deck down if nothing jumps out. I need it to jump out. I don't like nothing. Okay. Okay. 2 cards. Ooh. Wow. I love this. Okay, so we have 2 water animal archetypes. Now, the reason I like to, before I show you guys the cards, the reason why I like to read with nature is because, like I said, symbolism. If you were to see the same animal in nature, it would remind you of the spiritual meaning, which sometimes I think, just like a friend that gives you a spiritual message and you're like, wow, I needed to hear that. There's some people that you meet for the first time, you never see them again, but they give you something valuable. I kind of look at animals and nature that way, including trees, the moon, whatever. But most importantly, animals, because they're also spiritual beings that obviously move. So if they're presented, it's just the timing. So there's answers in that. Anyway, first up, Swan Spirit. Time for a deep dive. Time for a deep dive. So it's time to get into some things, Leo Rising. It's time to go for it. It's time. You've done the work. You've done the work, my love. You've done the work. It's time to go for it. To just dive in. Oh, excuse me. That's how true it is. It's time to dive into it. Let your feathers do its thing. Be bright and pink. Be bright and pink if you have to. Fuck what they say. Shit. Time for a deep dive. It's all in or nothing energy. It's like it's time to take a stroll in the pond. And from the pond, you go into the lake to the ocean, and boom, bam, you're in the big waters, just like that. But it started because you just took, that first dip into the pond, and you didn't know that this pond led into a lake, a river, and an ocean, leading you into the seahorse spirit. Now, this is the deep waters. You watch and wait. Time to dive in deep. Then watch and wait. Wow, this is like amazing. I love this. Time to dive in deep. Then watch and wait. And some significance to take into account about the seahorse animal archetype is that the seahorse also represents some, like, in a weird way, Uranian energy when it comes to the roles in relationships. Being that the male carries the babies instead of the females, it's opposite expectations on its roles. I think the male gets pregnant and the female doesn't. I'm pretty sure that that is a thing. Matter of fact, I gotta look that up. But I'm pretty sure. I am like almost 1,000% sure. If not, I'll write it in the comments. But yeah, so it's interesting because this also shows me that you're entering waters of a unique world where the structures are of not from where you come from. New structures ready to take place once you take that deep dive. Okay, I want more cards. I think we're done with the animal. I want to go into the moon deck. Let's go into the moon deck. Okay. All right, Uni. All right, Uni. What does Leo rising need to know regarding this moment for them? I mean, it's pretty clear. I think your reading is so clear, which is so interesting because I'm also Leo rising. I know exactly. This is like one of the best times for us right now. That's how true it is. How many cards? Let's see. We got 4 cards, baby. Okay. Emotions are running high. So you may have a lot of people, you know, envious of you, feeling a type of way about all the work you've done, because now it's your time for praise. People are coming in praising you, giving you your flowers, and good and bad emotions are running high. You're loving the, you know, ambience of people showing you love, but with that and in that are also other souls within the vicinity giving you, you know, mixed emotions, and it throws you off a little. Just know that what you feel, it's not something that you have to negotiate with others. You have the right to feel that and stand by that. Of course, accountability is important, and you must take accountability before standing by what emotion you feel in order to cross all your T's and dots your I's as far as whether your perspective is in a high frequency or a low one. Next card. Have faith in your dreams. Ooh. Waxing crescent moon. Have faith in your dreams. So this signifies, you know, moon in its early age. So perhaps anyone listening to this part of the reading, perhaps you go back and forth whether or not you're able to do this, whether or not you're capable of doing what it is that you think you are. And I'm here to say, have faith in your dream, because sometimes the beginning stages of the moon may not be as powerful to sustain a level of confidence to keep you going. However, it's enough to know that it is a seed of energy. And with any seed, if you nurture the seed, it will grow. So having faith is watering the seed. If you do not have faith, you are not watering a seed. Therefore, you do not have a garden. You do not have a garden. You don't have a garden unless you take the time to have faith and nurture your dreams. It will then lend itself to confidence, to unbreakable confidence at that. No one can take away what it is that you give to yourself. There's nothing you have to fear saying to anyone if you provide things to yourself emotionally. And this is an important one, having faith in your dreams so that you can actually stand in your ego and develop a healthy ego and not let things outside of you weaken that because of your sensitivity levels. All right, I got 2 more cards, Leo Rising. Oh. Your commitment is being tested. So the universe wants to know, how bad do you want it? Are you just going to quit because one thing went wrong? Or are you going to let that signify that you need a break and get back to the work at hand? Which I would select the latter if you're exercising a higher frequency or desire to. Your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. So just coming from that moon that we just spoke about, that's wild. And I almost see like this person, like the shadow of a person's face and their arms around the moon. Your commitment is being tested. So your dark side, your negative thoughts are wrapping around your emotions and perhaps trying to constantly demotivate you. And that's how your commitment is being tested. You must understand that you are human and that these emotions that you feel are a lot of the times just a human body being the human body. It has sometimes nothing to do with you. And when you can accept that it's not your fault, you stop feeling guilty. And when you stop feeling guilty in life, you attract peace that you've been desiring. You attract every emotion other than guilt. However, if you are going to make yourself feel susceptible to the guilt because you feel like, who do I think I am wanting this from me? I'm just a simple person. No, my love, you need to demand your value in this world. If not, other people will place what your value is. And you're not here to negotiate your value. You're here to teach people what your value is. Not negotiate the price of your value. Never do that, my love. Never do that. Your commitment is being tested. Know that. Take it for that. Don't see it beyond that. Okay? Sometimes we get overwhelmed with the dark side of our brain and want to hit the quit button. When sometimes we must just sit in it and wait for, wait for the boat to hit the sand, to hit the shore. Imagine a boat that doesn't have an engine, and it's, at this point the waves are pushing it closer to shore. So, the 2 guys on the boat are just waiting for the waves to push them to shore because, it's not that far out. And they already got lost, and now they're, showed up to this island, and now they're waiting for the waves to push them to the shore. Sometimes you just have to wait it out and let the waves pass, the waves of negativity, while you just stay floating. Float above the negativity. Let the negativity stand below you. Float above it. And last but not least, you got a fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries energy. A fiery climax approaches. So this could mean good and bad. This may be a tower moment where, perhaps the truth comes to the surface and a tower moment happens where, a connection of some sort doesn't work out. Or perhaps this is also all at the same time or the other, if it's not the first aspect of what I just said. It may be, some sort of big break, big moment, a moment where now your life is peaking. Perhaps your hard work is finally, and it's a full moon. After all the moon cards I had, wow, I love this reading. I love that I'm a Leo rising for this reading. A fiery climax approaches. That's wow. So, and it's literally, so within your 9th house, some sort of climax. So a big belief break, maybe Yeah, and that has been like resonating with me. Like a spiritual belief, wake up, realization, awakening on a deeper level could occur because of the ninth house. The way you manifest may receive a big break. Perhaps now all of a sudden you're going to start manifesting even more rapidly. Well, I like that reading, Leo Rising. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. My name is Gawd. You're watching Gawd Cafe. Until next time.